sensitive parts of the visuals. You are actually exposing your mind to a lot of things. Then, early years of my music production career, I used to reference a lot of music, reference a lot of productions. Now, I'm somebody till date, I don't have a favorite genre. So I don't have a favorite genre. The reason is because I want to eliminate every kind of bias. Because I'm dealing with, if I call myself a music producer, I should be able to work with an artist and meet them at the point of their need. And not eliminate their own ideas with my bias and say, oh, when they're trying to be experimental, that's what makes them unique. That's what collaboration is all about. And when they say, oh, we are hearing, let's say the baseline, like the basic of the project is hip hop, and then the artist now says, I think we need to add some talking drum on this thing, and then you from the other side, because you don't know talking drum and hip hop, you say it's not possible. That's something about to be made. That's an experiment. It is your duty to see how that sounds better. So you will not be able to think of the possibilities when you have not exposed your ears to talking drum kind of music. You've not exposed your ears. Then you now begin to look at the possibilities of how to merge it. Where you are using the trap bases like low ends, 808s, and then you are still having another instrument like talking drum that is battling with the low end. That's a mixing thing, but anyways, it can work. What we're trying to say is, if you really want to be well-rounded, be a well-rounded musician, like as rightly mentioned in many ways, listen, expose your ears, experiment. I used to build drum kits. I still have my drum kits, like in Reason, till date. So back then, when we used to use NNXT, I don't know how many of you use Reason. NNXT with drum and all those things. I don't use Reason so much, but I have it. Then I would hear live drums and hear the way used to hear some drum sounds. And I didn't have access to buying the softwares and the kits and everything. So I'll go online, look for free samples, scout for samples, and then begin to arrange them by velocity. So that way, I was able to inquire more on what makes a proper drum sound. Then I had to listen to different kind of drummers, listen to the Rogers, listen to every drummer that I could find. Then I could understand, okay, this is how a snare should sound. This is how a snare should be mic'd to get this kind of sound. What kind of mic should you use to get this kind of sound? So all those experiments exposed my ears to possibilities. So I could just sit down now and I could be mixing a song. Now we have replacement. Back then I didn't know of replacement. So when I heard some sound and I didn't know that they were replacing these things. But the journey to knowing made me see through all the possibilities that I was exposed to. What that did to me was, I'm able to troubleshoot sound. I'm able to troubleshoot. If I hear something and I hear a bad snare sound, I'm like, no, this is what you need to do to fix the sound. Because back when I was trying to inquire and trying to understand what it takes to get a good snare sound, I exposed my mind to the possibilities that I could get. So it still falls back to exposure. When you expose your mind to what you don't know, you gain knowledge in the process.
Thank you so much.